I need resources. Specifically, I need access to resources, because this is Superflat SMP. And if you don't want anything you ever build here to be made of dirt, exclusively dirt and only dirt, always, forever, indefinitely, then you need to build lots of farms. Last time I did that, it got a lot of views, so let's do it again with Farm 1, Concrete Converter. I'm not gonna bother to convert hundreds of stacks of concrete, which in the future I definitely will need by hand, so I gotta make one of these automatic converters. This design is very simple and effective, but it uses TNT dupers utilizing coral fans, which are unobtainable in Superflat. But if I just remove the duper and then put a dispenser with TNT there, as well as a piston to activate it, now it works for Superflat. So because this is really easy to build, I just had to take the resources from my storage system and build the converter. And this feels like a good time to ask you to subscribe if you're enjoying the video, and if you want to build some of these farms yourself, links to all the designs are down in the description. Farm 2, Super Smelter. I already built one of these in the last video, but to be perfectly honest, it never really worked. Like, it kind of worked, but not properly the way it was supposed to be, and I'm honestly not gonna bother to fix it, because even if it would work the way it's supposed to, it takes way too much fuel anyway. So, let's break it. And now I can make a new one. And while destroying the old one was a very quick process, building a simple super smelter is so simple, I think this will be even more of a quick process. That's it. That's literally it. That took like 3 minutes to make. Sure, if I want to use it I'll have to put in some coal, but then it will work. So let's continue with Farm 3, Mob Farm. In the last video about building farms, I already built this mob farm, but since then I've repurposed it to be a creeper only farm, and now I need a new mob farm. But I'll just use this same design because it worked really well, and build it a bit further away. Now I've got the location for it here, and I just gotta get some resources. I need some stone. Everything else I was already able to find in my storage system, so now I'm here with all the resources, and let's build the farm. And now I finished building it with a lot of storage too, so I think this should be enough for everything. And it's working really well. Each of these chests might look really empty, but there's 40 of them in total. And if I use free camp to spectate, there's a lot of mobs here that will be pushed around when the farm is turned on. But right now I got it turned off because I don't want the flying machine to get stuck when I unload it. Because now I have to unload it for Farm 4, Sheep Farm. The thumbnail of this video wasn't clickbait, and now I'm gonna start building the thing that you saw on there. But that's not just one farm, that's actually 4 farms in one thing. I will nonetheless start by doing the sheep farm, but before that I gotta get the resources for all of that. So I need to farm a lot of oak trees, not only for the logs, but also for the leaves. I need some stone, and now I just need a few more resources, like 1 pot, spruce wood. I also need to get some vines. I'm also just gonna steal this beacon here because I originally put it in the nether hub, and now I need one. I need some lanterns, and then I also need a bunch of wheat. Now I have to follow the schematic to build a circle here. And now that that's done, I have to go to the sheep that are already there and try to transport them. So I guess I'll make some hay, no, wheat, not hay, and take it in my offhand. And then I can hopefully get all of these to follow me. Okay, I don't think more than this at a time will work. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to kill you. Oh, come on, let me break the fence. Come on, follow me. No, keep following me. You're stupid. You can see further than 5 blocks. Yeah, and please all come in here. Everyone inside the hole. And let's do a second round so that I can get all the others in there too. Come on, it's so frustrating. You know what? I'm gonna get leads. Then they won't lose me as easily. Luckily I've killed a lot of wandering traders, so I have a stack of leads. And now he's always gonna be attached to me. This texture looks kind of cursed. But now I've got all of them with me, and I hope I can get all of them in here. Yeah, great. Come in, come in. Nice. What I didn't think about is the fact that I have to unentangle them. I guess I'm just gonna click around, try and click at all of them. Okay, I think I've unentangled them all. Nice. And now I just have to fill the 15 other parts, which will all have to be filled with these, I think, purple sheep. I'm colorblind, so I'm not sure, might be blue. But there isn't like 900 of them, so I'll have to only put a few in each of these parts and then multiply them with wheat. After over an hour that's all sorted, I will have to breed more of these so that I can get more wool if I need it. But I'll do that while building Farm 5, plant farms. And for that, we'll do another quick time lapse. I've now built the whole house, but I hate creepers so much. Right after I got done, I had to fly to my storage once to put in a few lanterns because I didn't have those yet. And in that time when I was away for 20 seconds, a creeper spawned in a 1-block area where I was about to place a lamp and exploded this, leading to a bunch of grey sheep just wandering down here in this hole. Why are creepers such a pain? Now I have to fix that. And then I did. Luckily it wasn't that bad. I just used FreeCam to find out where all the mob sounds were coming from. And I really should have lit up the ceiling. That's the second mob farm I've built this video. To be fair, I think it would look really funny if somebody just went in there and the literal whole roof exploded. I'm also like the biggest idiot ever, because one of the farms I designed to go inside this house was a cocoa bean farm. Cocoa beans aren't obtainable in Superflat. So of course, I was reasonable and decided to build it anyway. Because maybe they'll be available someday. Please, Mojang. Please. Please. It would be so easy. Just add them to the Wandering Trade. Or why not? By the way, this is a creative testing world. And this is how the farm would work. Also, I'm gonna just light this mob room down here by removing part of the ceiling. And if I fly away, all the mobs should despawn. Let's return to all the lag with all the sheep. And of course a creeper blew up in there without me doing anything. Why are creepers able to blow up without the player involvement? It doesn't make any sense. I hate creepers so much. Anyway, I'm gonna fix this. Let's move on to the next farm. This is a drip leaf farm and it works very simply. Just get a bunch of drip leaf by placing it all. And then I turn it off again. And now I almost have a stack. This really strange looking machine is a fern farm. I think I fill it up. Yeah, there's bone meal in there. And then I go in here, close the door and aim in a way where sometimes my cursor looks at the stone block and sometimes it looks at no block. And then I turn the machine on. Actually, now I have to re-aim. That was stupid. But I do this. If I get a few more so that my offhand is constantly filled. Yeah, now I have 7 and now I can just hold both mouse cursors at the same time and get infinite fern. It's not that fast, but it's automatic and about as efficient as it gets, I think. And then I can just turn it off again. And that only takes like a second because of all of the lag with all the sheeps here. Wait, sheep doesn't have plural. Anyway, now I've built the kelp farm. I just have to break kelp and get it. Yeah, it's very simple. I designed it myself. Although if I put like glass up here, I think it should work a lot better. Yeah, then nothing jumps out on top here and no items get lost. Nice. Now the inside of this house is very ugly, but it's very functional and I can get 4 different items here. So let's turn off the kelp farm. I'm done with all the 4 bone meal based farms. And now I gotta do farm 6, vines farm. This one is stupidly simple. I just have a hole under the shed and then I'm gonna place all these vines, and when they grow down, I'm gonna mine the down part and wait for them to grow again. Really couldn't be any simpler. Nice, that took 1 minute, now I'm done building the farm. So to finish off this building, I have to do farm 7, crop farms. Now that's done, although unfortunately you probably only saw the second half of that time lapse, and the reason for that is the first one never existed, it kind of just didn't work, and I'm gonna show you this clip of what happened. When rendering the last replay file, my game said it was out of memory, and then I went back and this happened. Why is it spinning so quickly? What happened? This is hilarious. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what was wrong there, but I hope it's fixed now. Actually, let's leave the game to check. Yeah, that worked. I have a new replay file, and the camera is not on steroids anymore. I also want to say that this whole building and all these 4 farms in combination make a great thumbnail. This might age badly, but I think it's the best thumbnail on my channel so far. Just, unfortunately, I didn't come up with it myself. I came up with the idea for this kind of thumbnail from a video by M, and it's linked in the description. I encourage you to check it out. It's a while ago that I watched it, but I think it was probably a good video, and the thumbnail was definitely good. And even if it doesn't really contribute anything to the video, I do want to show you that I actually drew the building for this thumbnail in school. I don't know, I think it's a lot of fun to draw like a geometric middle-sized Minecraft building on a college block with those little squares. I think it was fun, even though it's not like actually what I ended up doing. I changed the scales slightly, but I came up with the concept that way. Farm 8, clay converter. I've mined 33,000 clay on this server, and 95% of that was done just by using this pool. When I needed a lot, I momentarily extended it, but I just placed mud here, waited for it to turn into clay, and then mined that. But that's finally gonna change with the clay converter here that I'm gonna build. So let's get the resources. 15 stacks of cobblestone, 11 stacks of dripstone. The rest are just some minor, pun intended, resources that I was able to find in my storage system. So let's build the farm. There it is. That should convert dirt into mud and then into clay, which it should blow up and collect. But I'm gonna have to get some dirt just to test if the machine works. Okay, that's not a lot of dirt. I thought I'd have more, but I'll try it with those 5 stacks. I just realized I don't actually have the glass bottles in here to test the system, but I'm pretty sure it would work. It's just that in the next 3 hours I have to release this video, and there's more farms to build, so I can't do this right now. But for that reason, let's continue with Farm 9, Pumpkin and Melon Farm. I honestly messed up recording and I wanted to explain this farm, but now you just saw the timelapse, I guess. But it was really easy, like doing everything here took about half an hour. That includes getting the resources and building it. And it's definitely gonna be a slow farm, but that's why it's next to my starter base. It's just gonna slowly accumulate items. But after a few minutes of waiting, despite the fact that most of these stems haven't grown yet, the farm is definitely working and has already accumulated some melon. So with those good news, let's continue by building Farm 10, Blaze Farm. Luckily I don't need too many resources for this. Just a bunch of glass, 2 stacks of some stone material. I'll just take bricks again because I have a bunch of those lying around. Then as we're approaching this laggy area, I need vines, which is where a farm I built earlier today comes in handy. Because as you might hopefully remember, I did build a vine farm a few minutes ago. Just have to get shears, and that should already be enough. And then I just need slabs, hoppers, trapdoors, a chest, 4 lava buckets, but I'll build this in the nether anyway, so I can just fill them up with lava on the way, and a stack of temporary blocks. And I will use slime blocks because you can break them instantly even with just your hand. But while that's a very small list of resources that's really easy to get, what I haven't actually gotten yet is a location to build this. I hope I can find a nearby blaze spawner that nobody else will need. I mean, I could just use this one because honestly, it's been here for 1.5 years. I think somebody would have used it if they wanted to. I guess in that case, let's make this video's final time lapse. I think I've now finished the spawner farm and it's working pretty well. Wow, it's actually working really well. With over half a stack of blaze rods and I hit like 2 times. With that said though, I have like 71 minutes left on this day, which is the day I want to upload this episode. So thanks for watching, please subscribe And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was gonna build 11 farms. I didn't have time to build a basalt farm anymore. But I will do that for a short as extra content, which will come out tomorrow, or at least it should. So as I said, thanks for watching, I hope you subscribe, maybe watch this other video to the left of me, and see you... actually no, not next Saturday. Yes, next Saturday. I don't know how I messed it up in the outro, but I will in fact upload next Saturday. Wait, no, why do I use a totem at the end of the episode? Okay, now it's actually gonna end. See ya.